This week's new releases brings you a future war with dragons, a little bit of sorcery, and a time traveler. Hi, I'm Jamie Segara, and this is your Press Pause Daily. First up is the newest game in Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon series. Ghost Recon Future Soldier will have you playing as a member of an elite team of highly trained, cutthroat special ops soldiers armed to the teeth with unrivaled combat technology and cutting-edge military hardware. The game is set in the near future and will give gamers a new assortment of exciting weapons and gear such as the cross-comm, optical camouflage, the sync shot, and more. There'll be a 12-hour single-player game across 8 different locations across the world. You can also team up with your friends to tackle the game's 12 missions online or on the couch in 2-player split screen. And of course, the game will feature online multiplayer featuring up to 16 players in 8 vs 8 matches, select from 3 classes, and play in 4 different game modes, including the classic Siege. So FPS fans, here is another game to suck away all of your free time. It's out now for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Next up, we have a Western-style action RPG from Capcom that was developed by some of the team that worked on Resident Evil 4 and Devil May Cry 4. Dragon's Dogma places you in the role of the nameless hero, who is visited by a dragon who tells you are the chosen one, then proceeds to rip out your heart. You're reborn as an Arisen who is destined to find and kill the dragon who stole your heart. You'll choose from several job types such as Fighter, Warrior, Mystic Knight, Strider, Ranger, Assassin, Mage, Sorcerer, and Magic Archer. The game's main standout point is its pawn system. These are AI teammates, one main one you can train, and 2 secondary pawns that can vary depending on your combat style. You'll also be able to share your main pawns with your friends over PSN and Xbox Live. There's a high level of depth that can affect your gameplay. The weight of your weapon, the material of your armor, even the length of your legs plays a role in how you fight your battles, but does not interrupt the flow of the action. If you're a fan of RPGs, then this might be one to check out. And as an added bonus, if you purchase the game today, you'll get a redeemable code that'll give you early access to a demo for Resident Evil 6. Next up, we have a PS3 single-player action dungeon crawler that utilizes the PlayStation Move controller. Sorcery starts you out as a lowly farmhand, and as you become a sorcerer's apprentice, you'll gain more and more powerful magics. Wield the power of a legendary sorcerer's wondrous magic wand as you cast extraordinary magic, brew enchanted elixirs, solve ingenious puzzles, and combat the minions of darkness. Spells range from blunt force, ice and fire-based varieties, to those allowing for the explosive charging of areas, the creation of a whirlwind that will sweep up enemies, and a mend spell that is used to repair destroyed areas. Spells can also be used in conjunction with each other to best particularly difficult enemies and situations. There hasn't really been a lot of games that make use of the move, especially ones made specifically for it, and this one looks like it could be quite good. Definitely one to keep an eye on. And finally, our digital game of the week is one we first mentioned at the end of last year, and it features everyone's favorite time traveler in the blue police box. Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock is headed to the PlayStation Network for PS3 this week, and will make its way to the Vita in June. It'll also be making its way to PC and Mac at a later date. The game finds the Doctor and River Song again saving the Earth from bad things, as usually happens in a Doctor Who story. This time, the duo head to the Eternity Clock, which is a planet that is a record of everything that has or will ever happen in all of creation. Along the way, the Doctor and River will face off against classic Who villains, the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Silurians, and more recent villains, the Silents. The game is a 2D side-scrolling game that'll feature puzzle solving and platforming. It'll feature co-op gameplay as the Doctor and River head to London across 4 different time periods: Elizabethan, Victorian, present day, and the future. Both Matt Smith and Alex Kingston reprise their roles as the Doctor and River and bring all of their experience of those roles into their performances. This game is looking more and more interesting and looks like it should be a must-buy for Doctor Who fans. Thanks for watching our new releases. If you want to catch up on our past episodes, go to presspause.mevio.com, and don't forget our YouTube channel at youtube.com/presspausemevio.